Where you put your products matter. Learn how you can create great sporting goods packaging that really sells. Product packaging doesn't just protect your product, but it serves as a consumer-first introduction to your entire company. And just like the saying goes, first impressions matter. Your sporting goods packaging must secure you a great first impression that could lead to a lasting brand loyalty. Hey guys, welcome to Creatitive. Here we use our passion for the game to change the game. Every week we talk about solutions that can truly change the business of sports. And today we'll be discussing how to create sporting goods packaging that sells. Revolutionize the game, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Let's admit it. At some point in time, we have purchased something mainly because their packaging was pretty, and we really actually like it. And that's totally fine, because as the saying goes, first impressions matter. If a product's packaging gave us the impression that it's totally worth our money, we're more likely to purchase that product than other available options. See, besides protecting the actual product itself, packaging has another important role it plays on the success of a business. If your sporting goods packaging doesn't turn heads when displaying on shelves, it doesn't easily convey information for consumers. It just won't sell. Admittedly, creating functional and great looking packaging, regardless of what the product you're actually offering, is hard. But that's why Creatitive is here for you. We'll be helping you discover the importance of product packaging and how to create packaging that sells, starting with 3 questions you need to answer before anything else. A lot of thought and hard work goes into product packaging. And if you're completely new to the process, things can be a bit overwhelming. So to get things sorted out, we've listed 3 questions you need to answer before getting down to the nitty-gritty of packaging design. First, of course, is what your product is. What are you actually selling, and what is its size? Before you move on to the designs, we need to determine the logistics of your product. What are its dimensions? Does it need more secure packaging than normal? Depending on the product itself, you may end up creating a custom packaging solution if its size is a bit odd. Secondly, who is going to buy your products? Is it made for specific genders, or can it be used for both men and women? Are you selling it to kids or adults? Your sporting good packaging must appeal and speak to your target market. And to do this, by getting to know them before you start designing anything. Third question, where are your consumers buying your product from? Are they buying it in supermarkets, in a small store, or online? If you're going to sell them online, you definitely need to account shipping into the formula to ensure nothing gets ruined during transit. But if you're going to put them on shelves to be displayed, you need an eye-catching design that elicits curiosity from anyone who sees it. Your answer to these questions will guide you in making all of the decisions you'll need to make during the development process. Don't rush answering these things. If you need more time to do some research, do it. It's better that you make sure everything is right than jumping into something just too soon. When you've gotten your answers, you can start collecting the elements you need on making your packaging. So let's talk about collecting those ingredients. There are 3 ingredients you need to collect before you actually start the process: branding guidelines, budget, and content. Your brand guidelines or style guides will ensure that your product represents your brand consistently. Guidelines often include your brand's official color scheme, fonts, as well as your logo. You need to have all of these collaterals before you start on the process. And if you don't have brand guidelines but would like to have one, check out our video on branding down below. Next, of course, is your budget. Budget for packaging design are often categorized into 2. One-time costs as well as per item costs. One-time charges include original design work or print plate setups, while per item charges are generally made from materials of the packaging itself and labor. And before you start making any final decisions, you need to have a good idea on how much you'd like to spend on your packaging. Think about whether you really want to prioritize your budget or your packaging. Lastly is your content. Great product packaging displays all of the information consumers need for the product. Additionally, depending on what your company's industry is, there are some things you need to legally write on your label, such as barcodes as well as association marks. When you've gathered everything that you need to create your packaging, you can start the development process. So the nitty-gritty, how to create packaging that sells. Once that you have all that you need, you can start the actual process of creating your packaging. Start with understanding its different layers. Commonly, there are 3 layers to product packaging: outer, inner, as well as the actual product packaging. Your outer packaging is the first thing that a prospect consumer sees. It could include the box that your product will be shipped in or the shopping bag used in the store. Inner packaging, on the other hand, is what keeps your product inside the outer box. If it's sold online, it could be packaging peanuts or shredded tissue paper that prevents the product from moving around inside the box. Lastly, product packaging is what probably most people think of when they hear the word packaging. It's the box that the product comes in, or the bottle, and its label. Understanding these layers of your sporting goods packaging provides an idea on how you can improve the overall unboxing experience your customer gets. So now that you've understood the kind of unboxing experience your packaging could create, you can start thinking which kinds of packaging is right for your products. Go back to the questions we've mentioned earlier, but change one thing. Ask what packaging your competition uses. Think about your product and don't forget to remember your budget. When you've gotten a good idea of what your packaging is, you can start drafting your information framework. Like we've mentioned earlier, content is one of those crucial factors you need to think about. And using 2 of the questions we mentioned earlier, who's buying the product and where they're buying it, you'll create a structure of information for your packaging. Determine the number one thing your consumer want and know about your product, your selling point, and use it as the centerpiece of your design. Then add the rest of your information it needs to have. When you've gotten these basics down, you can start drafting designs and evaluating each one. The package must clearly communicate what the product is and who it's meant for. It should be cohesively represented your brand and what it hopes to stand for. Lastly, think about what it would actually look like when it's placed on the shelves. You could also collect feedback from people that haven't tried or seen your product. This will give you a great idea of whether your packaging works or doesn't. It's easy to think that your sporting goods packaging is nothing but just packaging. It goes beyond colors and branding. Efficient packaging uses several elements to entice and create an experience for consumers. And if you want to know more about how you can build great customer experience through design, you can check out the rest of our videos in website and branding. We hope you guys loved today's video, and if you want to learn more about the great solutions that can truly change the game, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a like. Now, this is Zach with Creatitive, where business is our sport.